it seems a lot of people never heard of when Charlamagne Tha God gave the interpretation of the events of the night of the alleged rape. So I went, found the audio, and after I play the audio, I'll be back with my commentary.
The year 2000, 2001. I think I was like 20. I was 20 years old. My cousin had just graduated from high school, and he had got a scholarship to Penn State University. And I had a party, and I had all of these chicks at a party. Like, I was doing overnights I was working at Z93 then. So I had all these chicks there that I met through radio, and chicks that my dude had known. So I used to always see this chick with my dude. So I bought. I invited her to the party. So she was at the party and shit. She got drunk, high, whatever. Something happened in the room with a couple of my dudes. I'm asking them, did they mess with the chick, after the fact, after she pressed charges? And they was like, no. But they was like, yo, she's bugging. I remember the night of, they was like, yo, she's in here bugging out. She's kicking over the TV and she's trying to set shit on fire. I'm like, what the fuck? Because I had left. So the next morning, I'm hearing she said she got raped. She got raped. So I go to the hood to ask what happened. They like, yeah, my cousin who had got the scholarship, yeah, he's in jail now. What you mean he's in jail? He's in jail. They said he raped the girl. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I go down to the jailhouse, talk to the detective myself. No, ain't got no one for me. I just told the detective, like, hey, look, I take full responsibility for anything that happened in the house last night.
You gonna take the case?
No, but I told her, I said, as far as I know, because I asked around, did anybody fuck up? I'm like, yo, nobody got raped, yada, yada, yada. They didn't even have my cousin in custody. My other cousins was fucking with me. Because they was mad they didn't get invited to the party. Hating ass motherfuckers. So my cousin wasn't even in custody. So I went down to the jailhouse for nothing. So I'm like, yo, I take full responsibility for everything. I bought the alcohol. They was like, well, you're not even of age to buy alcohol. And I'm like, well, how'd you get it? Well, I got a crackhead to get it for me. Whatever.
They went down there copping out pleas with
They had to do shit. Yeah. So 2 weeks later, they come and arrest me for criminal sexual conduct with a minor. So I had to get blood and hair follicles.
Oh, for you going down there to initially explain it?
They ain't had nobody else depending on. So being that I went down there and took full responsibility, lock him up.
Did it get through, you got indicted on it and everything? Or?
Now I went to court. And they reduced the charges to like contributing to the delinquency of a minor because I had to give blood and all DNA samples, and it wasn't me. Whoever touched it wasn't me.
So you didn't get no jail time over that?
Nah, I got like probation, like 4 or 5 months probation or something like that. Man. Something like.
So
that's the reason I don't play those games with females. I don't play games like that. Like if I'm kicking it with you, I'm kicking it with you. I'm not bringing no randoms over. Somebody I just met from the club. Some chick I just met. Like I go through a process. I talk on the phone with girls. I take them out with me a few times before I even try to get at them. Like I got to see where they head at. You know what I mean?
Oh, you taking chicks out on dates?
I mean, I wouldn't call them dates, but they come with me where I'm at. You know what I mean? If I'm at a club, hosting a party or something, yeah, you can come through, have a good time. Black, dark black, light skin. It ain't about whether you're white. It ain't about whether you Asian, Puerto Rican. It just matters about if you're pretty or not. That's what these girls won't. That's the harsh truth they won't grasp.
BBN, Jack Frost. What's up, party people? Alright, so yeah. So as you can see, the story between Charlamagne Tha God and the young lady just vastly differs. Multiple different things and reasons. In the comment section of the previous video on this particular subject, you had a lot of people saying, how could the mother allow a 15-year-old to go off with a 20-year-old to a party, or the parents, or whatever the case is? What would they expect? I kind of agree to a degree on that principle. I mean, you had to have known that sending your young teenage daughter out with a man, that, there's a possibility that certain things were gonna happen. So we don't know what was going on in her particular household at that time. But in the same regards. Who really expects for someone to get drugged and then allegedly raped? Okay, so let's go into a couple of the things. One of the first things I want to say is I'm not saying that Charlamagne is guilty. Just so we can be clear on this, because it seems there's a story. I give the facts of the story. Very little opinion. And somehow people consider the facts of the story or the facts of what the story is allegedly to be my opinion. That is not the case. So if everybody coming in here talking about fake news, fake news, fake news, I'm not saying this happened. I'm saying that somebody is accusing Charlamagne of this. The title of the video was literally Charlamagne gets accused of rape. Literally, whenever I talk about the actual possible rape, I say allegedly. So please, people, stop coming in here talking about I'm saying Charlamagne did this and Charlamagne did that. One, I wasn't there. And two, that's not what he pled to. Charlamagne actually pled to contributing to the delinquency of a minor. I have the paperwork on video still to this day, but if I play it, they're going to pull the video, so I can't play the paperwork. That's just what it is. Anyway, so let's go down to a couple of the points real quick for everybody that says since Charlamagne pled out, then he must be guilty of something. And for all the people that says, well, Charlamagne pled out to a lesser charge, so that means that he was guilty of nothing. The criminal court system works like this. You're accused of a crime. Depending on how much help or assistance they get from the actual accuser is usually how bad the charges can be. You understand? So let's just use this case just as an example. You're accused of rape, right? So when the DA is putting their case together, they're trying to get the actual person that you're accused of raping to give a statement, and that person refuses. The DA kind of can't charge you with rape. Because unless there's some kind of video evidence or some kind of point where you admit to a rape, there is no collaboration of an actual crime being committed. Does anybody get that? So if you did actually 100% rape a person and that person, for whatever the reason it is, doesn't show up for a court, or they're being uncooperative with the DA and with police, you can't be charged for rape. There's no way that those charges can stick. And with that being said, the DA still wants to charge you with something. So they'll look and see what they can charge you with. They can charge him with giving minors alcohol because he openly admitted to that. So what did Charlamagne plead out on? Contributing to the delinquency of a minor. Did I make that clear? That there is a way that you could have actually have done the crime and not have to plead to or not be held responsible for the entirety of whatever the crime it is that they're accusing you of. That's a possibility. Now, the girl openly says in the other video that her mother didn't want to press charges or didn't want to go through with the charges or whatever the case is on Charlamagne. And that's one of the main reasons why she's speaking out now. So it's not hard to believe that a 15-year-old who has not that much say over what they do and what they don't do once the parent put the clamps on shit, maybe wanted to go in front of the court, but the mother didn't want to have to force her to do such a thing. You know, allegedly, if this happened, the mother didn't want to force her to do such a thing because she thought it would cause harm to her daughter, which a lot of parents literally do think. This is not in some kind of, far-fetched scheme. There are a lot of parents that think that putting their child up in the front of the court to tell a horrific story that happened to them is more damaging to the child, and the police have to somehow try to figure out how to get a person convicted without very key evidence. This actually happens. So it is possible, and it is plausible that Charlamagne actually did do the thing. And for whatever the reason is, the court wasn't able to prosecute him for it. So they had to go with he gave alcohol to a minor. Now, I want to say something very specific that he said. Charlamagne said that he left, that he wasn't there. And not only wasn't he there, but she was in a room with multiple men or males, and he don't know what happened. Okay. This is why if she did get raped and it was by somebody else, I can see why she would want to hold Charlamagne, how do you say, hold him accountable for it, even if he didn't do it. You're a young girl. You trust a grown man. The grown man takes you out to a party. You go to this party. The grown man allegedly gives you alcohol. Then you are in a room with a whole bunch of other guys. They take advantage of you. You blame the older man for not protecting you. So I can see how, even if Charlamagne did not do these things, if it did happen to her, how she could hold him responsible. And for everybody that's like she's trying to get money, the court, she currently can't sue him for. I don't remember why, but she can't sue him, so there's no getting money out of this for her. I mean, I guess if she wrote a book or they put her on like like Love and Hip Hop or some shit, yeah. But just to sue him, she can't do that. So yes, I can see how if he didn't do it whatsoever, he had nothing to do with it, but something did happen to her. How, especially her being a child when it happened, her thinking that this older man should have protected her, and he did not. So, I mean, I'm not saying he did this. I'm not saying he did anything. Also, for the people that say that there was no DNA evidence, so there's no way in the world he could have done it, yada yada, this and this and that. There's these things called condoms. Okay? You can put on a condom, not necessarily even take your pants off, and you will minimize any type of skin-to-skin contact or ability for, fluids to exchange. And you can have sex with somebody without leaving DNA evidence. This is possible. This is very possible. So just a lack of DNA evidence somewhere isn't a good enough reason for me to believe somebody didn't get raped. And I keep saying that I'm not saying that Charlamagne raped her, because I'm not saying that. I don't know. His story doesn't seem as believable as hers. That I'll say. Her story seems a little bit more believable. He picks up a 15-year-old girl from her home. He has intimate knowledge of where she lives, her family. He then takes her to his family's house, basically introducing her to his mother and father, or whoever he lived with at the time, or the people important. No, that's if you're going by both stories, because that's what she says happened. She says that's what she says happened. Then he takes her to a party and then just forgets about her. Just leaves her with some other dudes somewhere drinking alcohol. And she's 15. I don't know. It just seems flimsy to me. I could be wrong. Anyway, I want y'all to leave comments down below. I mean, if you need to go back and listen to the other videos so you can hear the audio of what she said, yeah, that'll be cool. And then listen to the audio of what he says on this video. You just can't tell me that she doesn't sound believable. And he doesn't sound like, I don't know. I mean, some of us like you, Charlamagne, so we want to believe you, but I don't know. Because it's just hard for me to believe that somebody is going to go pick up a young 15-year-old girl at her house, take her to see his people, then take her to a party and just leave her. Because that's what he says he did. He says he just left her. He took her to the party, and then, I don't know what happened. I left. Then I found out the next day about this and this and that. I don't know. That's just hard for me to believe. It just doesn't match up. I'm not saying it didn't happen. It could have happened 100% that way. I'm just saying, I don't know. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgot about you. And that's all I got on this one. I'm out. If you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. If you would like to help dictate the direction that this channel takes, please leave a comment. All comments are appreciated, whether positive or negative. Thank you very much and enjoy your day. And remember, positive thoughts cause for positive things to happen. Let's get it.